Actor, singer, and comedian Josh Gad is well known for voicing Olaf in Disney's Frozen franchise and for originating the role of Elder Cunningham in the long-running Broadway musical The Book of Mormon, for which he received a Tony nomination for Best Actor in a Musical. Now, after more than a dozen film appearances and too many TV roles to mention, he's published a memoir, In Gad We Trust, which features a hilarious and truly heartfelt collection of personal essays. Josh, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much for having me.
First, we have to take a turn for a moment because I do want to take a look at some video that you posted right after the wildfires first broke out in L.A.
I have never seen flames from my house like this, ever. This is insanity.
Tough to see video like that. That was right outside your backyard.
That was, I believe that was Tuesday night, and I've never seen that. I've seen our share of wildfires in California. Never something this close to home, never something this devastating. It's wiped out zip codes. I'm going to donate a portion of proceedings from my book to those families who have lost everything. I would encourage others to donate whatever they can, even if it's $10, even if it's blankets, dog food, whatever you can. We need all the resources we can get right now.
And a bit of a hard turn now, but in your book, In Gad We Trust, you talk about some of the hardships in life, starting with your parents' divorce, but then you put a comedic spin on it. What made you decide that you wanted to put all of this into a book?
I did not set out to write a memoir. It was my agent, Anthony, who called me up one day and said, I think you should write a book about yourself. And my response was, do you know something I don't know? Have you seen blood work? Like, do I have very short time to live? And he said, no, I just think that you have stories that could inspire others. And as I started to sit with this diary that would then become published, it did feel like it was cathartic. Cathartic to talk about my struggles with anxiety, about my struggles with weight, about my struggles with body image, and hopefully something that can inspire others.
I want to ask this next question in broad strokes, not just for, Hollywood or acting, but many people are going to find it hard to believe you were initially rejected for the position of Olaf, for example, a Book of Mormon.
Yeah.
So what advice would you give as far as persistence and how, it sounds cliche to say, but it ultimately can, and you're a living example of how it does pay off?
No is always another opportunity for yes down the road. And I have learned again and again in my career that through active rejection, but also through opportunities that open doors for other avenues, that whenever a door closes, another door really can open.
You're right. At 43 years old, I feel I have just begun to skim the surface of not only what I want to do, but what I can do. What do you mean by that?
I finally feel like I know who I am as a person, as a father, as a husband, as a human. I'm finally no longer guided by insecurities, but by my ability to channel those insecurities and do something positive with the work on the other side. I'm getting ready to direct a film for the first time.
Exciting.
I'm writing a sequel to one of my favorite movies of all time, Spaceballs. I'm doing things that I otherwise might not have done before because I didn't feel like I was ready to. So that's what I'm hoping to achieve at this point in my life.
Well, please come back when you're promoting Spaceballs. Got to talk about all things with regard to that. One of my childhood favorites as well, Josh Gad. In Gad We Trust, essays about breaking into showbiz, his self-image, and, of course, much more goes on sale today, followed by a book tour in select cities.